So the question is how to withdraw crypto to your bank account. And this is a very good question because a lot of people talk about how to buy crypto, and they know that some banks are not crypto friendly, and some people have had trouble funding with money their crypto account because their banks have caused some issue there. And these days that's not so difficult, and what happens is you accumulate, hopefully you accumulate crypto, and it increases in value. And we don't live in a day and age where you can buy all kinds of everyday things with crypto. So at some point you have to liquidate the crypto. You have to sell it and convert it back to cash, some significant amount. And this doesn't occur to a lot of people. They never really thought about it. You know, they just never gave much thought to it. A lot of people. And yeah, so you're on. You know, typically you're going to sell it again on your exchange, the same place probably that you bought it, and your exchange will give you money back. And then you have an option on a typical exchange to withdraw your US dollar balance or whatever currency it is. And there'll be a few options, right? And one of them will be to your bank account, and that will use your local method. So in the European Union it could be SEPA, or you know, I think in America it's called AC or something like that. But it's basically a very fast form of local credit to your bank account from you know, kind of like a bank wire, but a more modern version that's domestic. And they'll offer that, and they should also offer the ability to do like international bank wire. So it's really as simple as that, and there shouldn't be too much issue in actually performing the transaction. Now the problem you're going to have is on the other side. So, you know, modern traditional banks are kind of crazy these days. You know, we've had for now basically since 9/11 a lot of, you know, so I'm talking about over 20 years, increasingly tightening KYC laws. KYC means know your customer or know your client, and it's basically, in order to prevent crime, banks are required to verify who their clients are. And your bank already knows who you are, but they're also required to check on so-called large amounts of money going through your account. And it doesn't matter if you're putting money in your account or taking it out. It used to be that banks didn't care about one or the other, but these days it's both. You know, which is kind of annoying, really. I mean, many people take the view that they just want to do what they want with their money, right? And it's really nobody's business. But traditional finance, that's just the way it is, that it's ever more tightening regulations, and not just regulations, but policies of individual banks in the way that they interpret the regulations, that they can just make up their own policies and do what they want. And the downside is that what they'll do is they'll suddenly say to you, right, tell us what this money is for, where it came from, what you're going to use it for, etc. And not only those funds, but potentially your whole account could be frozen until you tell them. So this is kind of what you can expect. So the actual technical mechanism to get it in your bank account is fairly easy. You just do some kind of equivalent of a domestic bank transfer, or you can do a wire transfer. There is an alternative as well. Some exchanges will even offer like a kind of crypto debit card that you can use. And this is a bit easier because I don't think you know, this doesn't go to your bank, but that's not the question that's being asked here. The question is how to withdraw it to the bank. So what I'll say is, technically it's very easy to withdraw to your bank. However, you must be prepared to answer questions about the source of the money. So be prepared to, whatever you do, don't close your exchange account. Always keep that open, because you'll have access in there to full statements. So then you'll be able to show through those statements how you got those funds all the way back, not only from selling the crypto, because then they'll want to know, okay, we know it came from your crypto holdings that you sold, but how did you get that crypto in the first place? And then you'll be able to tell them, well, actually, what happened is I bought them on the exchange as well. And then you'll be able to say, well, where did the money come from to buy the crypto? And you can say, well, actually, strangely enough, it came also from the same bank that I'm withdrawing back to. If they see that, they'll be like, oh, okay, we understand, sir, madam, no problem at all. Now, it could be slightly different. It could be actually that you funded it from a different bank account of yours, in which case you might potentially have to show statements from that bank account. It could be that the crypto came from, you deposited the crypto in there that you'd actually bought from another exchange. So this is also why I say never close down your exchange accounts, because you need to potentially prove that the money is legit, the original source, however far back you've got to go, that you need to be prepared to prove it to the bank. But otherwise, you stand to potentially lose your crypto. And what I want to say as well is, the good thing about all this, even though it's a pain in the ass, is, we're always trying to fight something in crypto against the naysayers who are anti-crypto, and they say it's used by criminals and all this kind of stuff, which of course, you say the same thing about the regular fiat money system, even more so. So even though there's a whole bunch of hoops to jump through, possibly to withdraw your crypto to a bank account, just think about it like this. In the long run, you're part of the system that is legitimizing crypto, that is helping to increase its adoption, that is like a big FU to all those people who hate on crypto and don't understand it. So sure, you got to jump through some hoops and all that, but in the end, it's worth it, and it will help the overall crypto movement. So it is, it is definitely annoying, but it's just the way it is. So that's how you can do it, and maybe one day it won't be needed. It's possible that one day crypto will be widespread. I mean, I'm not sure if I believe that crypto will defeat the US dollar and all fiat currencies. I mean, if that happens, then it'll be a totally different ball game, right? Then there won't be any need to jump through these hoops, and it will probably be more seamless process. I don't know. Well, in theory, the bank account won't exist then. Everybody will just have a crypto account, and a lot of these intermediaries, like banks, which are custodians for fiat money, and then they also lend it, they won't be needed because we have decentralized finance as part of crypto. So in theory, the banks will disappear. But I do find it very hard to believe that traditional finance, which is super powerful and has existed for hundreds of years, is going to be defeated by crypto. I know some libertarians like to believe that, and I kind of consider myself a libertarian, but I don't hold those sort of, in my opinion, quite extreme views that crypto will end the dollar. I just can't see that happening. So anyway, I thought you found this useful about how to withdraw crypto to your bank account. Technically, it's easily done, but procedurally, you may have to jump through a few hoops. Just make your life easy and be prepared to show the documentary evidence. Don't close your exchange accounts. That'll make your life a lot harder. In fact, download your statements regularly is my advice. So anyway, hope you found this useful, and I will see you soon in another video. Take care.